from the riverfront of the Ohio. Sellout crowd has arrived at Paycor Stadium in Cincinnati. Coming up, we've got a good one in store. It's the Baltimore Ravens and the Cincinnati Bengals. The final 4 weeks of the NFL regular season is upon us. Welcome to the home stretch. Welcome to the booth. Mike Tirico with Greg Olson. Partner, it's week 15. Just feels like a horse race. We're at the top of the stretch. Now it's the sprint for home.
And up until this point, Mike, every team's goal is, can we be in the conversation for the playoffs in this final 4-week stretch? Where here we are. And if you've done that, well, man, there is nothing more exciting than playing NFL football at the end of the regular season when you're in playoff contention. But for those who aren't, this is where you have an opportunity as a player to extend your career, get invited back to training camp next season. A lot of teams' years are made at the end of the year, and a lot of individual players' careers are made down the stretch here in these final couple weeks.
So the Ravens will come out. They are led by the man who's won the MVP twice and was the runner-up a season ago. Hard to believe it is year 8 for Lamar Jackson as the Ravens quarterback.
He's coming off a really nice 3-touchdown performance in last week's win, Mike, but outside of that one errant throw, he did a really nice job of protecting the ball and was seemingly in control the entire game. This defense all week, they talked about trying to bait him into making some mistakes, so he's got to be careful about falling into the trap. If he does that, I'll tell you what, I really like their chances.
The bumps and bruises, they start to accumulate this time of year. And you can always see that in the key inactives for this game. Jackson now on second down. He's got his big target. That's Isaiah Likely. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line. Set to go now on 1st and 10. First carry for one of the league's best workhorses, Derrick Henry. And the strength on display, rattling through tacklers for a gain of 8 yards. From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd and a yard. Jackson out of the pistol. That's into the hands of the fullback. And it'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the first down.
A gain of 7. First down.
From the gun, Jackson. That is incomplete. No way to force the football in there. Good coverage. It'll bring up 2nd down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
Searching for his Pro Bowl tight end, Mark Andrews, that time. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. And the pistol, Jackson ready. That's over the middle to the tight end, Andrews. First reception for the man who enters the week as the NFL's leader in receiving yards. This one, good for a first down.
1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
A give right up the middle to Henry. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard.
Sometimes you run all those big bodies out there, you kind of tip your hand. I always love going big jumbo personnel for a play action. In this case, they keep the ball on the ground. The defense knew it was coming, and they suffer a loss.
He'll get it into the hands of Zay Flowers. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10. They've got it. It'll be 1st and goal after a pickup of 21. Great chance to make an early statement here on the road. It is 1st and goal. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete.
And when you look down the field, Mike, there's just really nobody creating any real separation. And instead, he tries to give one of his guys a 50-50 contested catch opportunity, but with the coverageist.
That is caught by the tight end, Mark Andrews. Touchdown, Baltimore. He's up to 21 touchdowns now. What a campaign.
And this is certainly what they've wanted to do all season long, and it's a huge reason, Mike, for this winning streak. Their ability to jump teams early and play with a lead. Everything is so much easier for the coach, for the offense, for the defense. Playing with a lead in the NFL is the ultimate position to be in.
7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. Charlie Jones now to return. And he'll bring it out to the 22-yard line. That's where the offense will take the field. So here come the Bengals. And Greg, there is no denying the talent of this man. Joe Burrow led the league in passing yards and touchdowns a season ago.
Really solid all-around performance last week, Mike, and I think the biggest factor that led to the win is his ability to continue to protect the football. He executed the offense, ran it exactly how they designed all week in practice. Now, it might not have been earth-shattering performance statistically, but they got the win. If he can continue to play that style of ball, it's going to be a tough group to match up with.
And he gets him 6 yards closer before going out of bounds. It's third down coming up.
That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 3.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. And that is incomplete. Contact occurred just as the ball was arriving. There are no flags. It's 4th down. Nice return there, picking his way up past the 35-yard line. Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. They'll start out on the ground with Henry. Nice job finding the seam. Gain of about 9. Just a yard short of that 1st down.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard. At the 47.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd down and a yard. In the shotgun, here's Jackson. Looking into the middle, there's Flowers. And he'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a 1st down.
Let's add that to the list of great throws we've seen out of this quarterback here in the first half. We thought he might be in line to have a good game, especially against this style of defense, but let's be honest, Mike, he's been more than just good. He's been sensational.
Throw, left side, caught by Andrews.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot, but they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short game.
Moving outside the pocket. A lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete. Zay Flowers, the intended receiver, and it'll be 3rd down. Again, it's Jackson. He's got his tight end. That's Andrews. And he's going to be out of bounds, but they're going to mark him inside the 10-yard line. It's a big one for the Ravens. 36 yards.
1st and goal. At the 9-yard line.
1st and goal, and it's Henry to the 5-yard line. Now here's 2nd and goal. Again, it'll be Henry. And he won't quite get in. Down to the 1, setting up 3rd and goal.
It's now 3rd and goal.
Hill. And he's so close to breaking the plane, but the official's going to come in and mark him short. So now it's 4th down.
It's now 4th and goal.
They'll run for it with Henry. And he barrels his way into the end zone. Derrick Henry, touchdown Ravens. 17 touchdowns now on the year.
You know, Mike, I think we're going to see a lot of this, and you know why? It's the new kickoff rule. So think about it. In the old days, you'd kick a field goal, you'd kick a touchback, and your opponent would have the ball on the 20. You didn't give up as much field position, but you only got 3 points. Nowadays, you go for 3 points and you kick a touchback. They get the ball on the 35. It's almost 30 yards of field position. You're just better off going for touchdowns when you get in here tight.
Jones now on the return. Whoa. Get across the 20, mark him at the 22-yard line. Ja'Marr Chase headed back out there along with the rest of his Bengal teammates. As we head into this final stretch of games, take note. He comes into this one leading the NFL in receiving yards. From the 23, here's second down and 9. Gesicki, the man in motion. Burrow here on second down. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up third down. Working out of the gun, Burrow. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a fourth down. Wallace now on the return. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. Lamar Jackson and the Ravens headed back out again. And he's putting together a remarkable season, currently leading the NFL in passing yards as we play here in the month of December. We are through one. It's the Ravens out front. Greg and I back here in Cincinnati after this. Raven football, quarter number 2 begins. They've got a 2nd and 8 coming up. Now Jackson. This throw right is taken in by Flowers. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up third down. Back to throw, Jackson. And he's got it to Flowers for the connection. A pickup of 15 in the air. Good for a Raven first down.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
This is Henry. Crazy. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. That's another first down, another big play. The defense has some issues. Gain of 18.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense. Well, Mike, you know the old saying, the more tight ends on the field, the better. And in this case, it worked out perfectly. A lot of big bodies on the field, hat for a hat. Nice job there by the back, picking up a good gain.
And he'll take this one forward for about 3, and that's a first down.
Well, here's where you really see the value of having a good run game. 3rd and short, 4th and short. The ability to just keep it simple, win up front, turn around, hand the ball to your back, and to say, okay, more likely than not, we're going to get a fresh set of downs, maintain possession, and now continue to find opportunities to go generate points.
And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but first down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable second down.
This one caught at the 4. And this drive's going to continue. He's taken down, but they are set up with first and goal.
I love this concept here. Really good job by the other receivers clearing out that space. Big tight end comes down with the catch, and it's going to bring up first and goal.
To throw is Jackson. That one broken up in the end zone. It's incomplete. Wow, the coverage excellent there. It'll bring up second and goal.
Doesn't get much better than that. Had he gotten there just a little bit earlier, he probably draws the flag a little late, and it's probably a touchdown.
Line of scrimmage remains the 4-yard line. It's second and goal. Flowers with the catch. And he can't get away. They rally to the football defensively. Bring him down for no gain.
A gain of 1 yard on the play.
Line of scrimmage, the 3. Third and goal. Jackson up top again. That one is caught beyond the pylon. DeAndre Hopkins. Touchdown, Baltimore. That his second TD catch of the season. This defense continuing to give up points. Greg, you've been on offenses like this. This has to feel great when you're on a roll like this.
And it's really twofold, Mike. First and foremost, just like you said, every offense in the league works all week. We want to start out fast. We want to establish some early rhythm and play our style of game. They've certainly done that. Now, on the flip side, what does it do to your opponent? It takes them completely out of their game plan, knowing this early in the game, they're chasing points.
Now, after the touchdown, Luke is back out to kick this one away. Jones now on the return. And that's well done by the kicking team. He's only able to make it past the 15-yard line. Ja'Marr Chase headed back out there along with the rest of his Bengal teammates. He's been filling up the stat sheet on a weekly basis, hasn't he? You get a look at where he ranks in terms of receptions by a wideout. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more. Here's a 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9. At the
Back to
7.
throw. Burrow. Quickly, this one out to Chase. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up third down.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 6.
Burrow. Right back to Chase. He's got it again. He'll get out of bounds. A gain of 8, and that's going to be good enough for a first down.
First down.
Here we go.
1st and 10.
Right,
Tight end motioning left.
Wide 80.
On 1st and 10, Burrow. That's to his tight end, Eric All. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8.
Brings up 2nd and 2. At the 37-yard line.
First carry here, and it's Taj Brooks. Ooh, some hitting going on now. He was rocked right at the line of scrimmage.
Brings up 3rd and
Here we go. Here we go.
Burrow to throw. He gets that to his big target fast. That'll be taken down, but it takes them across midfield down to the 40-yard line. First time these two have connected this afternoon, and it'll wind up being a first down.
Here we go. Wide 80.
Now, Burrow. Short one into the hands of Gesicki. He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Now a second down throw for Burrow. That one incomplete. Good job, textbook there, separating the man from the ball, and it'll bring up third down.
Brings up 3rd down and 6 yards to go.
To throw is Burrow. And that one's incomplete. They really ratcheted up the coverage there, and they force fourth down.
Evan McPherson for the Bengals field goal. A 53-yard attempt.
McPherson's kick is good. And the Bengals are on the board just before halftime.
And when you find yourself down double digits, you don't want to make habit of settling for these field goals. It does allow them to chip away a little bit and cut into this deficit, but they've got to find a way to score touchdowns.
Justice Hill to return. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. Derrick Henry heading out along with the rest of this Ravens offense. And he's been a tough man to stop in this first half, putting up some big numbers already. And remember, we haven't even reached halftime yet. On first down, they'll start the drive with Henry. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
There's very few defenses in today's NFL, Mike, that you can play the cornerback position and be unwilling to tackle. Those days are kind of over, so give credit to this guy. I mean,
Oh, the ball's out. And fortunately, their center able to rein it in, and they'll retain possession. Now the Bengals are going to call the first of their timeouts. Clock stops with a little under a minute to go in this second quarter. So, backed up after the sack, and now it's third and long. Forced out wide. Now timeout Cincinnati. That's their second. They get the stoppage with just over 50 seconds to play in this first half. And that's a nice job of getting to him, making sure that return was not going anywhere. There's Zach Taylor as his Bengals make their way back onto the field. They'll try to get this a bit more respectable before the break. It has not been their half to this point. Let's see what they do on this drive. First down now.
Here we go.
Throwing is Burrow. He'll find Andre Yosibas. So now the Bengals use their third and final timeout. They'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. Second down, Burrow. That's into the hands of Yosibas. And they'll whistle him down, but not before it picks up a first down after a gain of 7.
First down.
Here's Burrow. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete. Try again. It's second and 10.
Here we go, here we go.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. And he'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. That was a good idea. He didn't force anything there. But now it's going to bring up third down.
Third down and 10 yards to go.
Now, Burrow. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
really nice coverage here on third down. They took away all of the outlets the quarterback had. Really left them with no opportunity other than to just throw that ball away. It's going to bring up fourth down.
Here's Wallace to return. That's a nice job of making things more manageable for this offense as he takes it back beyond the 25-yard line. They'll go three tight ends here on 1st and 10. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Week 15 of the NFL season, playoff time for you fantasy football players. But for the real teams, the home stretch is starting. Let's get into it. Our trip around the NFL starts now. We begin right here in the Sunshine State. It's the Bucs at home to take on an NFC South foe, the Atlanta Falcons. And this is Chris Godwin. He was a tough man to pin down all game long. This, one of his 2 touchdown catches. The Bucs get their 5th win on the year as they get the victory here. From there, why don't we go out to the space city of Houston, looking in on the Texans as they play host to the Arizona Cardinals. And it's the third-year signal caller from Ohio State, C.J. Stroud. Touchdown pass number 25 for him on the season. One more to show you. Let's go to Philadelphia. It's the Eagles taking on the Raiders. And it's the 2,000-yard rusher from a year ago, Saquon Barkley. He's going to take this one into the end zone. That's touchdown number 11 on the season. This one's gone to the half, all tied, low-scoring affair here in the regular season. With that, let's give you a look here at the current playoff picture. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been back and forth to this point. No reason to expect anything different in the second half. As we get you back out to the second half and rejoin Mike Tirico and Greg Olsen.
Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The third quarter is underway. Jones now on the return. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line.
The Bengals take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
11.
He'll run here with Brown. He'll try to get back to the line, but it's not happening. Gonna lose a yard. Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. To throw is Burrow. That one finds Chase. We'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up third down.
That's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 8.
Burrow now. He's got a receiver. It's Chase. And he will take this one in. 71 yards. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Third down. My focus, Greg, was on picking up the first down. Forget that. They go down the field and in the end zone for a touchdown.
Yeah, I don't think it was just your focus, Mike. I think in this case, it was the defense's focus. They're so worried about where that first down marker was that they allowed them to get that ball up and over the top for the deep strike touchdown.
McPherson, good on the extra point. And the Bengals get a bit closer here. It's now 21-10. After the team on is McPherson to kick this one away. Here comes Hill on the return. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. Derrick Henry heading out along with the rest of this Ravens offense. And as you take a look at the numbers, you have to imagine he was the topic of conversation in that locker room at halftime. They got to find a way to slow him down. Nothing they've done has worked so far. That's into the hands of Flowers. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd and 3. From the gun, Jackson. He'll go right back to Flowers. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. What a year. Catch number 95 on the season.
You can't run plays like this, Mike, if you don't have incredible pass protection. I mean, he started on the left side of the formation, and look how far he had to go across the field before that ball was caught. That's going to take time. That's going to take a lot of trust in that quarterback, in his protectors, to know he can stand tall in that pocket and wait for his receiver to break open.
On 1st and 10, Jackson. That's downfield, and he's got Andrews, his tight end. And he's into the end zone, and they are making it look easy. Mark Andrews. Touchdown, Ravens. What a year. That is touchdown number 22 on the season. That touchdown reception number 22 for him this year. Tied for 2nd all-time with Jerry Rice, who did it in 1987. One away from Randy Moss's record of 23 TDs. Loop now for the extra point. It's up and through. And the Ravens will extend this third quarter lead. Now, after the touchdown, Loop is back out to kick this one away. Jones now on the return. Nice job on the return. He's down close to the 35-yard line.
11 MC.
There's Zach Taylor as his Bengals make their way back onto the field. They're in need of points in a big way. The ball comes out, and the Ravens have come up with the football.
And with all this talk about ball security, I can tell you firsthand, Mike, a lot of it just becomes mental. It's like the more you think about it, the more you stress it in practice, it almost gets worse. It's one of those things that when it starts to spiral, it's just hard to pull yourself out.
John Harbaugh there, the Super Bowl winning coach of the Ravens, as his guys get ready for their next possession. They start with the lead and the football. They do so with tremendous field position. It's 1st and 10. They'll work straight ahead with Henry. And boy, tough to bring down there, fighting forward for a gain of 7.
And he just continues to chew off more and more yardage with every single carry. And you can see here with the numbers, Mike, for as strong as he was in the first half, it almost looks like he's got even stronger now here in the second.
And he'll have enough to move the chains. He'll take this forward for about 3 yards.
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. 2nd and short, play action pass, you can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, pick up the 1st down.
And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the Bengals 17-yard line.
They face 2nd down and 7. Back to throw, Jackson. This one caught at the floor. And he's got another one. Mark Andrews. Touchdown, Ravens. That is his 3rd touchdown of the afternoon. And that touchdown catch, number 23 on the year, it ties him with Randy Moss for the most TD catches in a single season. On is Luke to add the extra point. The kick is good, and the Ravens are able to extend the lead.
Bengals 10. Tyler Luke to kick off for Baltimore.
Now, after the touchdown, Luke is back out to kick this one away. Jones now on the return. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line.
At their own
The Bengals offense and their running back getting set for this next possession.
Here we go.
They'll begin with
Ready?
1st and 10. That's complete. It's Yosibah. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9.
gain of 9. Brings up 2nd
Gun.
and 1
Pass.
at the 34-yard
They'll run it here. It's Samaje Perine. He's taken down for just shy of midfield. Call it a gain of 13. And the Bengals going to have a 1st down.
Big 13.
Gesicki, the man in motion. Here's Perine. And this time they are ready for it. Thrown for a loss. And it's 2nd down.
I'm one, right?
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11.
Here we go.
At the 46-yard line.
180.
Working out of the gun, Burrow. A quick slant taken by Chase. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up third down.
Brings up 3rd and 9.
Here we go.
Back to throw, Burrow. And that is incomplete.
So here in the second half, it's obvious the offense finds themselves in a tough spot, trailing by this many points. But really what makes it difficult is when you have to operate, Mike, in a comeback situation where you have to air the ball out every single play, it stresses your offensive line, it stresses your quarterback, it stresses your playmakers. It is just a really difficult way to play offensive football in the NFL, and they've got to do it really for the remainder of this half.
On the give, here's Henry. Able to make one man miss, but that's all. They get him. Take him down behind the line. Going to get a stoppage here. We have an injured Bengal on the field. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. 2nd and 11. In the shotgun, here's Jackson. There's that man again. Another catch. They're going to mark him down right at the 30-yard line. He has been busy. 9 receptions on the game in that one. A first down. So, 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now, Jackson. Throw here down the field. Will fall. Incomplete.
How often do we see teams kind of nurse these big leads, Mike, especially as the game unfolds? They turn to the ground game. They try to slow everything down. Well, not this offense. They refuse to take their foot off the gas. They're still mining for explosive plays. And frankly, with the way today's gone, I don't like it. And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs.
And he's going to have the first down taken down after a short pickup of 5, but it will keep the drive going. On the ground, here's Henry. And he's brought down after a gain of a couple.
He was brought down at the 45-yard line. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd and 7. We're going to go right back to Henry. And he is not going to get away. Might have gotten a yard, but it will set up 3rd down.
It's a gain of a yard. And it's 3rd down.
Here's Jackson. He's got his tight end. That's Andrews. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line. Now, after that last play, we have an injured Raven. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. They're at the 17-yard line now for 1st and 10. On the handoff, it's Henry. And a good job following his blockers, a gain of 7. It'll be 2nd down. Now, after that last play, we have an injured Raven. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. They'll go again here with Henry. And it doesn't appear that he got to that first down marker. They'll only give him a yard, so it'll set up 3rd down.
And after that short run, puts them a little bit closer to the first down marker. And they're going to need to create more running room on the ground if they plan on extending this drive.
They'll try and run for this with Henry. And he will get into the end zone. Derrick Henry, touchdown Baltimore. 2 touchdowns for him in the game. Numbers 17 and 18 on the year. Greg, nothing changed at halftime. They come right out to start this third quarter and pick up where they left off.
Well, I think this defensive coordinator is going to think back to his halftime speech, Mike, because whatever adjustments he thought they made, it obviously didn't resonate. What we saw happen in the first half, they picked right back up here to start the third quarter, and at this point, the offense has hit its stride, and they continue to pull away.
Tyler Luke to kick off for Baltimore.
Now, after the touchdown, Luke is back out to kick this one away. Khalif Raymond to return it. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Bengals offense getting set to get back to work. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. Burrow to throw. Open left side is Gesicki. He'll be out of bounds. Decent pickup of 5 on 1st down. From 31, here is 2nd and 5.
Here we go, here we go.
Burrow. That's caught. It's Brooks out of the backfield. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line. It's a gain of 12 there. It's a Cincinnati 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Here we go, here we go. 180. Stop.
They bring Chase in motion.
Stop.
A 1st down throw for Burrow. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up 2nd down. To throw is Burrow. Get it out quickly to Higgins. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and
Here we go.
7.
Now, Burrow. That is caught. Finding Higgins. It's a pickup of 13 yards. And the Bengals going to have a 1st down.
Here we go.
1st down.
Stop.
On the carry is P-Rock. Oh, a loose football. It looks like one of the Bengals was in there and able to cover it up. Cincinnati holds on to the ball. Ball on the 35. Here comes a 2nd and 5. That's caught by Brooks. And he'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a 1st down.
That's another Bengals 1st down.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. He'll spot Higgins, who makes the grab. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard.
Here we go, here we go.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
2nd down, Burrow. Over on him in a flash, and he lost the football. But this is taken in by a teammate. Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long.
Can.
To throw is Burrow. That's deep for the back of the end zone. That one broken up. It is incomplete. This defensive secondary, they have been really a no-fly zone all game long. It continues here and brings up 4th down. A ball deep for the end zone. That's going to be incomplete. They felt compelled to go for it on 4th and long. That was a big ask, and the defense turns them away. They'll run. It's Henry. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
And all you can do at this point, Mike, is just really marvel at how well he's been able to run the ball. And throughout the course of the game, they've certainly not been shy in giving it to him. And I think he's held up his side of the bargain.
On first down, they'll stay on the ground with Henry. And he'll get about 5.
He's done a really nice job making the most of his touches. They've made it a priority. Let's use this ground game to try to wear down the defense. And right now it's one of the main reasons why they have the lead.
Jackson now on second down. That's caught right side. It's Hopkins. And they'll take this down inside the 35. Terrific day throwing the ball, and the numbers now show it. Over 300 yards passing in this one.
First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Here's first and 10. Here's Henry. And he's shedding tackles left and right, winding his way for a gain of 8.
And what's that one thing you hear from coaches all the time, Mike, right? Finish strong, and he's doing just that. His numbers here in this one, they have been terrific. But he's going to give you a full 4 quarters, and I think at this point in the game, he knows there's even more yards to be had.
And he's going to be close to a first down. Looks like he'll have just enough to keep the chains moving.
First and 10 at the 24-yard line.
They'll run it with Henry. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play.
2 yards on the pickup.
So, 2 minutes to play here in the second half. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. Look him up on a second down and 8. A give right up the middle to Henry. And he's going to be brought down just outside the 10-yard line. Give them a dozen yards on that one and give them first and goal.
So when you're evaluating the impact of a team's run game, Mike, I think it's important at the end of the game to look back and say, okay, how many yards did they run for? But more importantly, when did those yards come? Did I run for those yards?
And he will score again. Derrick Henry, touchdown Ravens. That's his 3rd touchdown of the game. He's got 19 on the year. We might need a calculator before this one is done. It has been one-sided, and the route rolls on, Greg.
Absolutely, Mike, and they just keep piling on the points. I mean, this offensive play caller, he's saying it's never enough. I'm going to try to score with every possession, and we've seen him do that all game long.
After the touchdown, Luke is back out to kick this one away. Raymond now to return it. And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. Heading out now, the Cincinnati offense. They're going to get set to take over once more. They'll try to establish some tempo. Start this one with first and 10. Now, Burrow. This one caught by Chase.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on it quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
And he'll get maybe about 4 yards out of that one. Lane closed quickly, and here comes 3rd down. 17 yards, the gain there. It's a Cincinnati first down.
17 yards. And the Bengals first down.
Here we go.
Burrow. That's into the hands of Yosibas.
On one, ready?
So it is a win here for the visitors, the Ravens, and make that a 5th straight victory as they're looking tougher and tougher to beat every week, especially heading to playoff time. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olsen and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. So long, everybody.